Hey Sagittarius, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your August 2021 love read. So again, this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in love for August 2021. Keep in mind, it is a general read. So you always want to check your other signs as well to see if those add a little more clarity, if you get a little more energy to your story. So again, this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Check your other signs as well, though. Like I said, some months those may resonate with you. Add a little more clarity. You get my point. All right. So, any likes, subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is below in the link. Notifications, if you want them, great. You can turn them off, turn them back on, and make sure all notifications are selected. If you want to support the channel by subscribing, that's also greatly appreciated. I just want to give a shout out to the people who've been with me through this journey, stuck through it. You guys are amazing. You know who you are, and I appreciate it immensely. All right. I am using this new deck that I am like obsessed with. I don't know why, I just love it. It is the Tarot of the Magical Forest. So just want to give a shout out there. Again, Tarot of the Magical Forest. If you're interested in the deck, I'm loving every second of it. There is an extended read as well down below. So if this resonates with you, you can get the extended read. And we just kind of clarify. I go over a little bit more information. We try and get a bigger picture of what's going on. Again, delve into some details. So you have victory coming out. You've won. Or someone else has won. Either way, some sort of conflict is coming to a close. So, you know, if you've gotten what you want, or a situation is going in the direction that you want it to, you know, be victorious, but be humble about it. Be, you know, merciful about it. If somebody says, you know, I'm sorry, or comes around and, you know, says, Sagittarius, I miss you, I love you, and you're feeling victorious, like I never thought there was any way this would happen, or I never thought they'd apologize, or whatever the case may be. We'll see what the cards have to say. You know, this talks about not playing the blame game. It almost reminds me of the Judgment card in the tarot, in the Major Arcana, because it talks about forgiving, letting things go, not dwelling, not going, see, I told you, but there's some sort of victory here. And this could be across all avenues. This definitely talks about love, but it can be also, you know, work, or, you know, just a fight maybe with a friend. You get my picture. All right, so your first card is upside down. I don't read reversals, but you have the Hanged Man. And I do this every time with this deck with this card. I don't know why. Probably because he's so cute and he stares right at me. So the Hanged Man comes out as your first card, your current position coming into the month. This talks about not rushing into something. Talks about kind of hanging loose, you know, figuring out what it is you want, looking at a situation thoroughly before you make any decision. Now, a lot of people associate the Hanged Man card with the Pisces people as well. But the Hanged Man talks about taking the small moments in between action that you need. Taking, not moving immediately, learning from the current situation, but also how long can you hold on to this? So if you're, you know, dealing with an ex, you know, how long until you make a decision like, okay, enough time has passed, we need to move on. You know, we need to resolve this situation, or maybe it stays unresolved and you don't move on, or how much time has passed until you're ready to get out there and start dating and start meeting new people. So definitely interesting, because this is something coming to a conclusion, whether it's, you know, an argument that's over, you and an ex getting back together, or something, you know, a separation, a severance, if you will, of it. And the Hanged Man is saying, whichever it is, or whatever the situation pertains to you, don't make any sudden moves. You don't need to move immediately. Wait the situation out. Now, you have the Death card coming in next to it, which is how you're feeling coming into the month. The Death card is Scorpio's card, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio or Scorpio placements in your chart. But the Death card I love. This isn't a physical death. It is changes, transformation, a rebirth of some sort. So there's big changes on the horizon. It's almost as if something's coming back around, and you're not sure if this is something that you want to take another gander at. But there are some big transformations or some big changes that come along with it. Either a final separation, or a conclusion that's coming to fruition that maybe you thought was going to happen when you were together. Because here in the distant past card position, this is a past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood. You have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is, you know, a first completion of some sort. So again, it could be communication, it could be an apology, but even bigger than that, this is, you know, moving in together. This is a happiness. This is a resting place. So somebody from the past is coming in, and it looks like they could potentially want that with you. They're saying, look, I want another chance. And that's where the victory comes in here for you. Although what's interesting is I'm not sure if you're going to take it. We'll see. Or I think you may kind of ride solo and then decide what you want to do from there. But this person may come in offering you the world, saying, you know, whatever it is, Sagittarius, that you want. I've been missing you. We talked about marriage. Let's get married. We talked about moving in together. Let's move in together. Now, here in the immediate past, you have the King of Cups. This is over the past few weeks, past month or two. The King of Cups is communication. The King of Cups is not allowing emotions to get too wrapped up in decisions that need to be made. So having the King of Cups comes out tells me that either this person has started communicating with you already, or you're going to start communicating with them. But the King of Cups is, again, leaving that emotion out, being able to have the conversation without the, but I miss you so much, I love you. This is kind of getting into the nitty-gritty, really explaining what it is you're looking for, really explaining how you're feeling, and vice versa. This other person being able to communicate without any sketchiness, without any shadiness. I feel like this person may come out with like word vomit and just start spewing, Sagittarius, I miss you, and this is what happened, and I feel terrible. What's interesting though is your distant future card is the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is goals and planning and where am I going. So it's almost like a protection mode, I feel like, because this says that yes, you care about this person. Yes, you do have feelings for this person, but there's been a lot of changes in your life. There's been a lot. This person may have missed out on a lot because this may be, you know, you made big changes. You made big transformations while this person was kind of absent from your life. So how does this interfere with where you're going? The Two of Wands is, again, that goal is planning. So it's almost like you had your sights set on something, and now you're saying, well, you know, how does this person fit in? This is, you know, a detailed plan for the future. And if you're not completely sure how you want to move forward, you know, it's your gut instinct that's going to tell you. So whether you're going to move forward with another person or whether you're going to, you know, just kind of follow your journey, or, you know, solo right now, or possibly meeting new people, that's going to be a decision that you're going to make coming up. Now, you are going to weigh the situation pretty heavily. You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is like a risk reward. This is saying, well, if I were to get back together with this person, you know, what do I gain? What do I lose? If I were to get back together with this person, can we get past can we get past the ugliness of whatever happened here? Again, with this, you know, victory card talking about, you know, I really feel like, Sagittarius, this is somebody coming in and saying, you know, I fucked up. I'm really sorry. I miss you. I care about you. And you going, yep, I knew it. But now, is it too little, too late? Because again, the Seven of Pentacles is saying, do I really want to go through this again? How can I trust this person? So you're looking at it almost like a business deal. Every time I see the Seven of Pentacles come up, I always feel like it's very business-like, because it is weighing your options, and it's taking the emotion out of it. Kind of like this King of Cups and the communication. The Seven of Pentacles does the same thing. The Seven takes out any, you know, any ooh la la, lovey-dovey, lustful type feeling, and the Seven of Pentacles moves it towards a logical. Well, I may love this person, I may be attracted to them, I may still have feelings for them, but is this the best decision for myself, for my kids, for my fur babies? This is talking about you've been tending to yourself, you've been tending to your own garden, you've been working hard, you've been putting you've been putting work into your future. So if you put work into the past, how does that grow? How does that prosper? So this talks about, you know, things that you've already achieved. And if you look back now, or if you turn back now, or if you go backwards now, how does that affect where you go in the future? Does that help it? If this person comes back and it's all it does is enhance the situation, then fantastic. But if it's going to cause anxiety or, you know, issues or trust issues or whatever the case may be, then now may not be the time. Because right now here in your immediate future, throughout the month of August, and actually anything tangible that's coming in, you have the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is stability. It feels as though you've built yourself up to this King of Pentacles moment. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is, you know, they've got their stuff together and they're figuring life out and, you know, making mistakes, but, you know, making a move. And if it's good for you, then great. And if it's not, then changing courses. This really talks about how far you've come, Sagittarius. And so it's very important that nothing interfere with that. Whatever drama or, you know, whatever fears or things that could come forward can bother you. Or, you know, you don't want that interference, because the King of Pentacles is moving forward with confidence. And again, a stable, very calm demeanor. Don't worry about making the wrong choices. You know, you need to have faith in who you are, have faith in the decisions you're making. And basically what it comes down to is there is no right or wrong. And I know people go, well, there is, Dark Dove, and if I go back together with them and they screw me over again, then da-da-da-da-da. But the thing is, the universe puts us in situations when it's time. And so if it's time to get back together with this person, or if it's time to see if this could happen, then you'll know it. You'll have that gut instinct and you'll move forward with it. You'll feel this type of loving energy. But if it's not time, you have no problem traveling alone, Sagittarius. I feel like you could take it or leave it. You're good on your own. You've kind of developed your own rhythm. But at the same time, you do miss this person, and I do feel like they're coming in with some sort of offer. Now, you have the Empress card coming in, which is, you know, how you're feeling throughout the month. And that talks about that generous, that loving, that very, this is kind of counting your blessings. So I almost feel like this card is soloed out from everything else, because this is talking about, Sagittarius, whatever's come your way. Maybe your job has been going really well, or you're closer than ever with your kids or your family, or, you know, you're doing things that you've been missing out on doing for a long, long time. Just kind of living life and doing your own. The Empress coming in here right now doesn't tell me necessarily like, oh, okay, it's time to go back and, you know, and be forthcoming and giving to this ex. This is more, you know, remember to love yourself, and remember to count your blessings, and remember how far you've come. Is this taking a step back, or is this taking a step forward? Now, you have the Seven of Wands and your hopes and fears, and this makes perfect sense. The Seven of Wands is some sort of defense, okay? It's strategies, it's priorities. If you're feeling defensive about this person coming back, if you're feeling anxious, if your body's telling you something, or your mind is telling you something, your gut instinct is telling you something, then you need to pay close attention to it. Because, again, is this a setback if this person comes in? It's like you've put a lot of work into yourself, and a lot of you have changed big things about yourself. Maybe, you know, mental health, maybe physical health, whatever it is, big changes. And the Eight of Pentacles is continuing to do that. Can you continue to do this successfully and feel good about it if this person were to come back into your life? How would that implicate the progress you've made? And for some of you, you know who you are. This is progress in not being codependent with somebody. This is progress in not, you know, being, you know, maybe you guys both, you know, had different vices, and you were, you know, kind of, you know, oh, well, you know, we're both going to have a couple drinks tonight, or we're both going to, you know, whatever it is. You get what I'm saying. Maybe for a few of you out there, but there's some of you who've come very far, and to go back a step would be detrimental in more ways than just being with somebody who maybe didn't treat you very good, or somebody who had, you know, somebody that you had problems with, or somebody who didn't, you know, tell you the straight story. Because there's anxiety here. When I think about getting back together with this person, I feel this anxiety kind of bubble up for you guys, for some of you. Not everybody, but for some of you. So it does feel like this is saying, you know, you need to make sure, you know, maybe continuing to move forward on your own for right now is really what you need. Again, they are coming in as, they are coming in with some sort of offer here. But this is, you know, a connection to the universe and practicing healing and growth. And the Gatherer talks about sustaining life and again, blessings, which is very adamant with this card, which you have with the Empress, which talks about that too. And this is just valuing abundance and serenity. So this is gathering yourself, your resources, your thoughts, everything that you need to progress forward, and deciding whether you know, do you have any excess? And I know that sounds strange, but do you really have any time or energy or emotion or whatnot to get wrapped up in this again? And I'm not saying it was all horrible, but again, something here I cannot stop feeling like it's taking a step back for some of you. And you know who you are and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Sag, the extended read is down below if you're interested. Bye.